Hi there folks, welcome back to Rich Review. I just got out of seeing Pokemon Detective Pikachu. Folks, I'm 32 years old who decided to go see a Pokemon film. And about a good decade and a half, yes, I was a Pokemon fan. It was probably one of the last cartoons I watched. And I remember once intentionally failing a driver's test to go see the Saturday morning Pokemon episode. Yeah, that's something I never want to repeat even to myself. So, Tim Goodman, played by Justice Smith. And how would you like to have a name, Justice Smith? Arrives to Rhyme City after the death of his father, and he comes to realize, oh yes, Rhyme City earns its reputation for being a harmonious place between humans and Pokemon. And that vision is led by Bill Nighy, and congratulations, Bill Nighy, he earns this paycheck here. And I guess Bill Nighy character, the son, who isn't all that a pleasant character to begin with, he goes to his father's apartment. Before, obviously, he died. They had a relatively strained relationship. Tim could have obviously gone to live with his father in Rhyme City. He didn't. And he's basically now working in insurance. Basically, at his father's apartment, he discovers, oh yeah, a Pikachu, voiced by Ryan Reynolds, with no memory but a love of the caffeine. And how is Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu? Basically, he is doing a PG version of Deadpool. Some amusing moments, and then there are just moments where you're like, yeah, this is weird. How is the chemistry between Justice Smith and the Pikachu? It is what it is. High on Justice Smith. Maybe in a couple more films, I could become high on him. So if he's far enough an ensemble group, then maybe I would be more high on him. Then he meets our predator reporter played by Catherine Newton, who has a Psyduck, and Pikachu is like, those things hit explode, or at least because of the psychic energy around him. And of course, they go about investigating what happened on the night that his father died. It was investigation that led him to get to the place where he ended up. The investigation isn't really all that interesting. If you go out on the internet, there is actually, and you type in realistic Pokemon art, you get to see what Pokemon would look like very realistically. Here, I would say it's a mixture of what Pokemon look like in the games, in the cartoon, and some real life will look like. How do I feel about the live action Pokemon? Some are really good, like Pikachu is really good. Psyduck, I always like Psyduck, basically because he's a duck and he has massive headaches, and he gets like to say, Psyduck, Psyduck. Charizard is really good, but then there are some Pokemon that I realize, oh yeah, this is particularly creepy. There's one Pokemon at the end of the film that gets a reveal, then I'm like, yeah, I can understand why now that doesn't work. As far as the ultimate revelation, part of that goes to the inspiration for the fact that, yeah, oh yeah, that was a plot point from the Pokemon the first movie over so many years ago. And, you know, here's the thing, folks. I once had an idea for a Pokemon film. I doubt it would ever get made. It involves Ash Ketchum, you know, who's now in his 30s or 40s. And I can never really figure out how old Ash was in the cartoon anyway. But he's now a bitter old man who's past his prime. Basically, once back in, has to basically get past the new up-and-coming Pokemon masters and trainers. That could easily be a fascinating film. It would never get made because it would go against the brand. I mean, is this film perfect? No. Probably the nicest thing I could say about this film is that it's an adequate time waster. I laughed on occasion, I smiled on occasion, but really this movie does nothing for me. I know there are some critics out there that are just ready to tear this thing to shreds. To me, tearing a film to shreds deserves worthy of being so bad it's good on occasion here, folks. Maybe they'll have a Pokemon film that has Ash Ketchum, or at least there was another cartoon film that was made that sort of rehashed the pilot. There's always... So in the end, folks, what I'm going to say about Pokemon Detective Pikachu, I'm going to give this a Netflix rating because it's not the worst thing out there I've seen this year. Trust me, folks, there are plenty of forward films out there. So, folks, Pokemon Detective Pikachu, have you seen this? What did you think? Please put everything in the comment box below, folks. As always, folks, like, comment, subscribe, enrich yourself with knowledge. I will see you next time, folks. Yes, hooray.